So we just finished installing a Bradford White 40-gallon natural gas water heater out in Fresno, and this part here is just to show you some of the stuff that was installed. So you've got these push to connect fittings, shark bite, over to an adapter, and then so we cut that out. This is the relief line. We didn't want it tied into a shark bite. There's just an O-ring in there. And then this was on the cold water and then a valve. Actually, this is the valve and the cold water screwed into it. So this thing was just rocking up and down off the wall, moving around quite a bit. So we took it off, and we took this off. We took the gas valve off. Typically these style, you can see it goes through a nut on the bottom, and you get leaking out of there. So you get a big company out here, it's $500 to replace that one item, and the whole kit with the supply line and a new valve is only 25 bucks. So that's why we replace all these parts. This is garbage, but over here, existing dual wall B vent coming through the ceiling, and then you do have a two-story, and it's not coming out on the first floor. So I'd imagine around the window up there, they've got it looks like a chase, and so that terminates up to the second floor roof. We wanted to take a look at it because you can see right here that looks like water leaking. And that could be from a flashing, could be the roof, could be anything, I don't know. But whenever I see it, it's like staining around here, I like to make sure that everything down that chase, because that pipe goes up another probably 10, 12 feet, all in the attic. And that's not ours, we don't replace that. That's enclosed in the walls. This is the new stuff we put in. Single wall, adjustable fitting down to a piece of pipe, down to the draft diverter. Draft diverter comes with the unit. Over there on that side, again, we cut out the old plumbing, and let me see if I can get you something without a shadow. There you go. So that's a press fitting, Viga, and right under the copper, and then a Falcon stainless steel connector down to a brass extension. And these guys, these are full 3/4 inside diameter, and so they're pretty expensive, but that's what we like, that's what we use. Brass, we just like to get it, this dip tube right here, or actually the nipple coming out of the water heater has a little heat trap, little plastic, and it's kind of rounded over. It doesn't really fit great when you tighten these down. So we put this, file it flat, get a nice seat there, so make sure that no water is coming out of there. Same on the cold side. It was so close to the wall that we had to solder it on. We couldn't get a press tool in there. And so we got copper male adapter soldered on, and then of course our Watts quarter turn on, quarter turn off valve, so off, on, and then a little brass piece of pipe right there in between, Falcon stainless steel connector down to a brass extension. This is the temperature and pressure relief valve, comes with the unit. There was nothing wrong. Well, the other one actually, it did have a push to connect fitting, which so the inside diameter, it has a sleeve. It's probably at about 5/8, so that would be the only code violation. But this is full 3/4 galvanized, is full 3/4 inside diameter, and of course the stainless steel connector, full 3/4 press fittings, copper. So we just had to kind of configure away without trying to heat this up, this little guy right here, and spin it straight up and down. So we just did a little offset, little adapter, and that's tied in. So this never should be opened. I mean, you can, if you want, come up once a year and pop it open, but if it gets stuck, then you got to call us. We got to come and fix it. Manufacturer recommends that. Most manufacturers once a year come pull it, check everything, do stuff like that. But I'd say leave this alone, and as long as it's not dripping. So if you go outside, this line goes down the wall, and then it pops out to the side yard, and you'll see a little piece of copper pointing down. That's the relief line. We did not install that. We just tied in the new connectors and the fitting up here. Upper third adjustable straps. Before they just had one kind of looping around here out at the top. It was HVAC strap. This is made for water heaters, and it's fully adjustable. So upper third, lower third. At the bottom, again, we replaced that gas valve, the one we showed you on the floor over there. So brand new gas valve, and then of course brand new gas connector going over the water heater. Right now you can see this is set at approximately hot, which is 120 degrees, and that's give or take. And that's where you want to leave it. EPA recommends it for lots of different people, elderly, infants, people that have lost their ability to remember that hot water is hot and to take their hand back out. We work at hospice centers, and we work for people that they're going through dementia, stuff like that, and they just don't remember. So leave it there, you'll be fine. No reason to turn it up. A is this again 120, A130, B140, C150, very hot 160, B140, 3rd-degree burns, 3 seconds, and that's if you have thick skin. At 120, you could stand in a shower 5 to 7 minutes before you start scalding, and again, infants would scald sooner, elderly, whatnot, but that's a safe temperature. And then of course when you're in the shower, you always have the advantage of being able to mix some cold water in if it's too hot for you. So just leave it there, you'll be fine. We did go ahead and cap off this stand. It's got some OSB board. I think it's 3/4, hard to say, might be 1/2 inch. I can't really see between, but it felt like 3/4 in there. I can't see, but it's not sealed on the edge right here. But the OSB was a little wet, wasn't bad at all. We wiped it down, there was no mold, just a little damp. So what we do when the existing platform just has a little bit of moisture and we don't have to tear it apart, we go ahead and put 1/2 inch backer board in here. So this is what they use when they're doing, not everybody uses it, but this is rated for water. It's not waterproof, but it's highly resistant. So they put this on the walls behind tile showers, stuff like that, and the water rolls right off it, and there's no mold or anything like that. So that's kind of a buffer. It's 1/2 inch thick, and then we give you a full 3/4 inch plywood platform, and that goes all the way back to the corner. So this nice little angle that you've got that goes way back there in the corner, and we actually cut that out twice, here and here. Just the material alone was 75 bucks, and we'll go ahead and cover that for you because I know you weren't expecting more costs right now, but it was a little extra work that we had to do. And so everything's tied in right now. Burner's lit. Once it's hot, that burner will go off, and then you'll be up and running. I think probably about 45 minutes to an hour you'll have hot water. And anyways, everything here looks good. Outside of that, this installation is done.